Hi, Rose Burnett here from the Mind Body Soul Balance program, and I'm in this amazing place, and I guess I often think about what are some of the things that I could share with you, and I want to talk to you about how do you maintain positivity. And people often, I've been through quite a journey, and people often ask me like, how have I transformed? And I have this just, when you come from a place of higher spirituality and you raise your vibration, people are naturally attracted to your aura and your energy, and they want to know what you're doing, right? So I want to kind of share some things with you today in terms of how you can raise your own vibration and live joyfully every day. And some of the things that I do, really, a lot of the times we can get stuck in our own emotions. We can let problems get on top of us. And one of the key things to remember is when you ever have a problem come up is to be solution focused, right? And it's about, that takes the whole onus off you getting stuck into woe is me and this is happening to me, right? And it's more about putting yourself into a state of empowerment and going, okay, well, this is happening and there's nothing much I can do about it except figure out what's my next strategy, what's my next step, what can I do to empower myself and either get myself out of this situation or resolve it in some way, right? So always think about what can I do in terms of solutions and take yourself off the problem, right? Focus on the solutions, and I think you'll find it just totally lighten you up straight away, right? Because there are unlimited possibilities in terms of solutions. And when it comes to emotions, I think it's about being consciously aware of when you're not working from your highest vibration, and often it can be a values conflict. So it's really important in terms of maintaining a high level of vibration is to actually know what your values are. So what are your highest values? And every year it's often a really good thing to do at the beginning of the year is to write down what are your values and order them in terms of from kind of like 1 to 10. So for example, for me, some of my highest values, if I can share that with you, well, the first one is self-care. It's my health and wellness comes in front of everything, and it didn't used to be, right? It didn't used to be at the top of my list. And what I've learned is when you do that, when you're in great shape, great physical shape, you show up in the world differently, right? And you feel amazing, but it takes a bit of effort, right? And it's about prioritizing yourself, that you are worthy and you are worth putting time into your health, your food, your body, exercising, getting out, and also your emotional well-being as well. I'm in this beautiful place today because I'm here to balance and ground myself. I could be in the gym pounding out some weights, right? And I went, you know what, today yesterday I did yoga. I did yoga with the gorgeous Sasha, and it was quite a tough class, let me tell you. And I worked really late last night, and I was just like, you know what, today I really need to get in touch with nature and divine and spirit, and I'm in this most beautiful place, and I chose to be in this most beautiful place today to do my exercise and talk to you guys, right? And it's about being consciously aware of those times when you do need to take a bit of a break with yourself. And it can be a nana nap, it can be a walk along the beach, it can be just some quiet time listening. Music's a great healer. Don't ever underestimate the power of music to get into every cell of your body, right, in terms of vibration. And I also do, when times are really tough for me, I do Reiki on myself. I often and regularly, you guys know I read tarot intuitively. Well, I'm always reading my tarot for myself and seeking guidance from spirit. And even when I'm in the car driving, I use my Reiki symbols to attune into divine and spirit and ask for guidance if I need to. So what are some of the other things that you can do? And nature is a great healer, it really is. And try some different natural therapies, try some sound therapy, in terms of you've got some worries on your mind and you're constantly telling yourself the same old story, right? It's really helpful to have an affirmation to back yourself up in those times, right? And I often share one in terms of, if I'm really going through a tough time and I've got worrywart happening in my head, I just mention the word trust to myself a couple of times and go, you know what, just drop it. Trust in the universe, trust in divine guidance. And you might have a favorite affirmation that comes up for you in particular to, a negative thought pattern that goes over and over in your head, or any self-defeating thoughts that, you're saying about yourself. And it's about pulling yourself up in that time and going, aha, you know what I'm doing again? Did I just say that to myself again, right? Stop it. Stop that story and replace replace it with something else. One of my favorites is from Louise Hay, and I think I've mentioned it in one of my other videos, and it's to do with financial abundance. And one of the ones that I do say to myself is, I am worthy of all the good things in life and I lovingly accept them now. And I can say that over and over again until some of those thought patterns stop, and I'm good, right? I'm good. And yeah, so it's really it really is coming back to being consciously aware of your thought patterns, your emotions, and knowing when you're feeling a little off balance, and to take that time out to raise your vibration, right? And also be aware of the negative influences around you, and that can be the news, it can be stuff you're reading in the papers, on TV. I don't actually ever watch the news. I haven't watched the news for about 3 years because it was just so negative, right? It'd be great if they mixed it up with some positive stories, or you get that or you get the sport, right? So yeah, no, I don't watch the news, and it's not that I don't care, because if something major goes down, right, I'm going to hear it on social media. It's just that I don't allow myself and my vibration to, I guess, attract those energies or have it infiltrate into my energy field. And the other thing that I'm consciously aware of is energy stealers. And you'll know when you've got an energy stealer in your present, right? Because they drain the life out of you, right? They suck the life out of you, and they generally tend to be really needy, emotional people. And it's about putting healthy boundaries in place with people and learning how to do that. And sometimes it can feel really uncomfortable if you're not used to putting healthy boundaries in with people, because you don't want to upset people, right? But you're protecting yourself, and you have every right to protect your emotional, spiritual, mental and physical well-being, right? And you're not responsible for how people react to you putting healthy boundaries in place that protect you, right? It's their own issue. And what I found when I've done that with people is that there's actually generally usually a really good response, and they come back and go, you know what, I was acting like a pill, or oh, I was being unkind, or do you know what I mean? And there's that forgiveness there, and it pulls other people up, and they go, hey, something to change about myself. And if they don't change, well, don't have them in your circle, right? Because they're not going to be a positive, loving influence in your life. So it's about surrounding yourself with positive, beautiful people as well. And I have some girlfriends that I'm just so joyful that are in my life, because we boost each other up, we pump each other up, and we're there in times of laughter, joy and fun, as well as some of those tough times, yeah. So yeah, there's lots of things you can do in terms of positivity, and if you want to learn more, and you know, a lot of it is about letting go of stuff from the past that you can't do anything about, right? And it's about allowing parts of yourself to heal, and it's also about bringing the light and dark sides of yourself together, that self-acceptance of both parts of yourself, and that can be one of the toughest things to face as well. And if you want to learn more about that, check out my Mind, Body, Soul Balance program. It's on my website. I'll pop the link below, and I hope you found this useful. It also is today, I'm recording this on, there is a lunar eclipse happening today, blue moon. So make sure you write down your intentions for what you want to do in 2018. Dream big, dream big. I wish you much success, much love, much light. Namaste.